Two dudes making noise, talking about pro wrestling on the podcast. Big up boys, big money guys. We be throwing down the rhymes, kicking it live, representing the Lone Star State every damn time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ring Rundown, round number 22.
That dub deuce, yo, that dub deuce. Them 22s on that low.
Dos. All right, but how's it going, big dog? How's the weight loss journey?
Still going, still kind of hitting that plateau a little bit. So just gotta change it up a little bit.
I would recommend laxatives. Nah, don't do that. But yeah, man, it's not an easy thing. Your body gets used to what you're doing after a while, and it kind of just grows used to it, and it starts just holding on to shit. So you got to figure out a way to shock it. Go get a big double bacon cheeseburger and eat it. Then go running. That'll shock the hell out of
Running for me isn't good, dude. I've got two bad knees and a bad back. All right, man. I'd take 2 steps trying to run, and I'd be crippled on the ground.
How about a brisk walk?
Maybe a brisk walk.
Yeah, I got a bad knee from wrestling and football, so I know exactly. And working in the steel mill.
I'm thinking when we're on our cruise coming up in a couple weeks, because we're getting down to the wire, man, of getting ready for our cruise coming up. Thinking that we're going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of water drinking as well too. So,
can you admit something to me right now? Do you secretly wish you were going on the Jericho cruise?
No. I would like to, but I'm not secretly wishing. There's no secretly wishing that. I wish I was. So,
like, deep back in your mind, be like, when you look at that big boat and be like, I wish this was Chris Jericho's big boat.
Nah.
That would just be me. That's what I'm probably going to be doing on my family cruise. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to want to play no shuffleboard. I want to see some wrestling and some metal. That's just me, though. I guess you're better than me, I guess. Okay. But
I never claimed I wasn't. I never claimed that I am, so
censored finger. But it kind of showed there. But so enough of that. Enough of the cruise talk. You guys are gonna enjoy yourselves and all that. Let's get into some Russell talk, man.
Let's do it. What do we got first? I believe it's our topic of discussion, don't we?
What female would you guys like to see join the Bloodline? And we know the shoe-in is the person that they're showing right on the picture, as you can see there. There, Nia Jax.
No, she is still she has gotten better on her ring work.
I'm not saying, hold up.
No, but
I know what you're about to say. I'm not saying that she deserves it. I'm saying that would be not ideal, but that would be, as a story standpoint, she's related. See what I'm saying? So it would make sense.
I know someone else that's related who hasn't been used on the roster since spring of last year. And that is one Miss Tamina Snuka.
That was what I was going to say too. Tamina Snuka also. Of course. I think that would be the better way to go.
She is the more powerhouse of the Anoa'i family. Of the Bloodline.
Where has she been?
I told you, the creative has had nothing for her, man, for over a year. So
I don't see how could they not have nothing for her? She was awesome. Now, do you think that last name is hurting her?
No.
Because of her, sins of our fathers?
No, because I mean,
that happened a long time ago.
That would be the same way as Benoit's oldest son, David Benoit.
He's still not in WWE, bro. He's been at it on the indies for quite some time. He hasn't even been featured in one of the main promotions. I'm just saying that's not a good example.
No, but that's what I'm saying though, if you want to try to have credibility, in your product and stuff like that, prove that the offspring, doesn't carry the same weight as as their forefathers before them. So,
Now, I do believe the Benoit name is way more tarnished than the Snuka name. So, I mean, there's that. I hope that's not the case for the guy because I do want. And I don't really know how good I've never seen him. I've seen like little stuff on YouTube of him wrestling, but I've never seen his work really that much. So, I mean, I don't know.
right. My opinion, I feel Tamina would be the best choice to join the Bloodline. Now, would we have her in Roman OG Bloodline or Solo 2.0 Bloodline?
She'd have to be OG Bloodline, in my opinion.
She came in with the Usos. I mean,
yeah, and I would think that would actually be good. Then put Nia Jax on the New Blood. I think that would be
even Naomi could kind of try to be the peacemaker between the two bloodlines. I don't know.
That's who else I was going to bring up was Naomi because she's kind of married in if you think about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. There could be. No, and I'm not gonna. I was about to say there could be many women, but no, not really. There can't be very many women for this position.
No,
so.
Because they're keeping it bloodline. They're keeping it family only, and I mean,
you have three options.
Nia and Tamina are really the only two family that is in there, female wise. You know.
So there's really not. Yeah, no. You have to have blood. I mean, you could say Naomi as a marriage, but that's still kind of loose there.
Yeah, so that's my pick is Tamina OG Bloodline, and then put Nia Jax in Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, I think that's the logical way to do it there.
Yeah. Anybody out there listening, if you feel our picks are wrong or if they're backwards, if you feel Tamina should do 2.0 as kind of like a vengeance thing, as her
chip on her shoulder,
being overlooked and in everybody else's shadows, maybe that could be a thing.
That would make sense too, though. Like I think that would be something good for them to find for her to do. Female bloodline member, that's perfect. Like y'all got nothing for her, that's perfect for her. So moving right along, sound off in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. Next up, this one's near and dear to my heart. This next topic.
Yes, your little don't want none heart.
Yeah, AJ Styles may be retiring. I mean, I'm glad to kind of see it in a way because the dude's had a long storied career. Let me finish saying he may be retiring after this contract ends for the WWE.
Yeah, as of now, it's not believed that he is re-signed with WWE, so he may cut it back once his current contract expires. He may go to a backstage producer's role. He may go to a part-time role. I believe right now all he's doing is just working live shows against Cody Rhodes for the Universal title. So,
and they say that he's very close to making his I think it was announced. I didn't see exactly which episode that he's coming back, but his return to TV has been announced. But I have heard in the past like what his goal is that he does want to retire in the WWE. And in this interview, he said he wasn't long for it. The guy's 46, 47?
Something like that.
But he's hoping to have a job in the WWE after he retires. So I'm thinking
the man can still go in the ring. There's no doubt about that.
So I'm thinking would be perfect for him, producer or possibly even a trainer, maybe like a number 2 to Shawn Michaels. But I don't know. He's been living in Gainesville, Georgia his whole life. I don't see him wanting to relocate to Orlando, but that would be ideal is for him to be a trainer. I can see him being an amazing wrestling trainer. But yeah, I mean, I it sucks because I love seeing the guy. I've been following him pretty much his whole career. But
I'm sure you do follow him, you stalker.
Yeah. I'll probably follow him home too. But
that's where the stalker part
Nah, it's no, as you can see up there, it's no secret I'm a huge AJ Styles mark. But I mean, the dude, what a career. If he could retire right now, and he's literally done it all. So you can't really complain. Nobody really can. And I'm pretty sure he's ready to, spend time with the babies and stuff like that with the kids. I mean, I know he said in the past that he's had to miss, like graduations and stuff because he was on the road. But, and I'm sure he's ready to make that time back up. But yeah, so hey man, let us know in the comments. Do y'all think it's about that time for, old AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, to ride off into the sunset? Like it seems to be what's going on now. Oh, but I would like to see definitely him with one more championship run before he goes out the door. In my opinion, even a little short one. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Short
me.
one. I can see that now. Okay, so I got another question for you in regards to AJ Styles. What if you were to jump ship over to AEW?
I'm not gonna say that's. I'm not gonna say that's not a possibility because that damn sure is. But I don't think it's likely that he's gonna sign anywhere full time after this. And I do think his goal is to stay in the WWE universe, and I do think that would be. I'm pretty much. I'll guarantee, not guarantee, but I would say 80-20 that he's probably going to end up a producer. That's just perfect for him, producing matches. I could see that happening, but we never know in this world. I mean, Tony Khan could come over there, break out that money. Here comes the money. Here comes, and open up that wallet. And they're they say, he's not a greedy guy, but money's important to AJ Styles, but for the right reasons. He wants to make sure, that's why he left TNA, because he wanted more money for his family to make sure his family was set in the future. So that could happen. You don't know. And
never know.
I would like to see him and Omega going at it. That would be an amazing match. Well, even though they're both kind of up there, they've had their injuries and they're kind of get up there in age, but it would still be great to see it. It would be a great moment. There's one thing I wanted to correct on from maybe 2 episodes ago about a report about Zilla Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
From all what I'm hearing this morning, he is not on his way to WWE. He was pulled off those GCW shows due to a pay dispute.
Okay.
And he is not on his way to WWE. And there's also reports that he's kind of hard to work with because he feels like he doesn't need to be in the Indies and he's ready to go join his family in WWE. And like he wants to skip the whole Indies thing, but
paying the dues thing on the Indies.
Yeah, he doesn't want to pay the dues. That's what I'm hearing from credible sources, keeping it 100. And yeah, I mean, Conan has ties with GCW and ties with promoters, and that's what he's hearing. So, and I can see that because I know he wanted to fast track it. They sent him over to Reality of Wrestling to train with Booker T, and he wasn't there very long. So I don't know, but they said it was definitely over a pay dispute that he was pulled from the show. So. Guy needs to get it together, man. You got to pay them dues. You got to start from the bottom, bro. Then you got to work your way up. That's how it is. All those other guys, they paid their dues that are in the bloodline. I mean, Roman Reigns, they say, okay, he wasn't an indie wrestler. That dude was playing football in Canada. You know what it is in football in Canada? That's when you couldn't make it in the NFL, so you go play in Canada. That's paying some dues, bro. That's start from the bottom. All right, so our next topic. Sorry, I just wanted to correct that, because I've heard this morning.
Hey, all for it.
Okay, so there's some trouble afoot, I guess, for Santino Marella, our favorite Italian.
So this is a story that came out via Inside the Ropes. Apparently, the trademark for Santino Marella has come up and has been available. However, when Santino, aka Anthony Corelli, tried to purchase the trademark for Santino Marella, WWE had filed an extension in holding on to it. So, and I believe this is let me see here. They're blocking the trademark for the name and trying to hold out and pretty much hold it hostage against Santino in hopes to try to make a monetary gain via him via Santino Marella, aka Anthony Sorelli. Um,
The way
and
okay, I'm sorry.
that's pretty much it. In my opinion, again, this is the second or third time a trademark has been up available for grabs, and WWE has blocked it. They no longer owe the trademark for it. So when another wrestler goes to try to claim it, they're getting blocked.
Now I do see both parts. Okay, like WWE did create that. WWE did come up with the character. That is their IP. But if they feel that way, they should have never let it expire. They should have kept it up.
And that's where I'm coming in
If-
saying, yeah,
If they're gonna let it
they
expire,
should've-
that's on them. Somebody else like Santino or him should have been able to go and pick it up. If they were just going to let it expire, there's nothing wrong with him wanting to go and get it. Hey, here, have it.
Right.
We ain't doing nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also understand if they would have kept the trademark up, because it is their IP, it is their property, but they didn't. They act like they didn't care about it, and they let it expire, so that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see both parts.
Yeah, and apparently the extension was granted by the U.S. Patent Attorney Office or Patent Trademark Office, something like that, the USPTO. So yeah, U.S. Patented Trademark Organization.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't kind of the same thing happen to Cody? He tried to get his Rhodes name before he went back to WWE. He tried, the Rhodes name came up, and then the same thing happened with him.
Well, WWE still had trademark on that, so it was still active.
But I think it had maybe expired, or like, I know he made a play for it, and then they blocked it.
Yeah, he made a play for it to try to do it, but it was still under IP protection via WWE. So
different situation.
I could understand them not wanting to give that up because they still have the IP on the Cody Rhodes name. Granted, it sucks because that's his legal name and stuff like that, but that's essentially the rules that WWE wants to play by. So if a trademark is up for grabs, to whereas also known as no one has ownership over it, if a wrestler wants to try to go get that for themselves, they should very well be able to do so. You could do the Ryback thing. You shouldn't be counting on WWE to start playing petty games with, oh, you want this name? No, we're going to go ahead and file an extension on it, and
just so you can't have it, not because we're doing anything with it.
We're going to hold it hostage and try to milk more money out of you because this is something that you want.
Now, you can always go the Ryback way. He changed his legal name to Ryback, so they can't copyright somebody's legal name. So Santino can go change his name to Santino Marella. I mean,
very possible. Like I said, either way, it's pettiness by WWE and just trying to get more money out of the wrestlers when they're already making money off the expired wrestlers as it is anyways.
I mean, if they were doing something with it, I could understand, but they ain't doing nothing with that. Whether it is be some T-shirts or something, I don't know.
But I mean, they don't have him signed to a Legends contract. The trademark was up; it was available to purchase.
Yeah, and they should have been like, "Hey, yeah, you can have it. We ain't doing nothing with it." That's how I would think. But we don't know what's going on with those people.
Seems like they're trying to play a little fast and loose with what they want to keep ownership over.
I agree. Well, in some positive news, next topic, Big E may be coming back.
It is a potential. He is, yes, via an interview with chat with Philly Sports Talk. He is awaiting to get scans done. And if all goes well, he may be returning to in-ring competition. Obviously, it's not going to be anytime soon. Should his CT scans come back all clear, but obviously, like I said, it is a bit of high hope that Big E makes a return to the ring.
I pray that he does, man.
I believe he's just trying to keep it positive every single day when he wakes up. obviously, the New Day had the the catchphrase "power positivity." So this is definitely something that he's living by, and just waking up every day in hopes of hearing some good news that he can make a return back to the ring. And like I said, all he's waiting on is just results back for scans to get done.
And
So
he'd probably have to ease his way back in, hit the training
yeah,
center
they're
for a
definitely gonna
while,
have to
hit the performance center.
protect his neck a lot.
He's gonna have to do some time in the performance center, try to get the rust off of there, and it's gonna be a while if he does get the good news. But I hope so, man. If anybody deserves a second chance, man, it's him. It was just too soon, bro, for that to be a career ending. He had so much left to give, man, and I hate to see it for it to end like that. And good on WWE though for keeping him around and still having him a job there.
Yeah, he's still at the doing the pre-shows, so he's there at the desk, giving his opinions on the matches and outcomes, on what he hopes to see during the pay-per-views and stuff like that. So yeah,
good on them for keeping him around, because I mean we have seen in the past, people get injured and then they get released all of a sudden. Does happen, so good thing that didn't happen in this case. But yeah, good luck to Big E, man. I want to see him back, in action. I want to see him back with the New Day doing their thing. Then I want to see him turn on the New Day. I think I want to see something.
Actually, I did. This is kind of a little bit on the subject, but kind of being thrown out there now, is he was actually quoted as saying he'd be okay if the New Day broke up. He's like, this has been something going on for 10 years now, the longest reigning faction in WWE history. He's like, we've all been on the road together as a team for 10 years, and obviously, after so long, you
probably
have
time for something new,
different aspirations and obligations and stuff like that. So
I would like to see it. I would like to see him
as long as it can be done in the right
compellingly
way.
and compellingly.
Yeah.
I would like to see him come back, and then they do a little celebration, run with him and the New Day, but then give it a couple months, and then they write something really cool where he turns on them or they turn on him.
Or Xavier, it would be Xavier Woods that would do the turn, because they're still teasing that split between them now. So
yeah, but I would like to see him return, and they do a little New Day celebration, kind of couple months, do a couple things as New Day, then we get to the meat of stuff. But I hope that happens. I hope that for him, man. I hope he's back soon. So good luck to Big E. All right, and for our last topic, going from Big E to MVP, he is most likely all elite. So
there's no most likely.
He's signed. He's signed.
Elite.
Okay.
Yes, he had been signed back since April.
Okay.
I believe or at least a month ago.
So what about Shelton and Big Bobby?
So, according to, this is something that was brought to my attention by just scrolling through the interwebs, is if you zoomed in on the business card that MVP handed to Prince Nana on just last week's Grand Slam Dynamite, there was a little bit of a spoiler that said the Hurt Syndicate on there.
That's pretty cool. I like that little touch.
So it appears we may be getting one Mr. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in AEW here very soon. It could be at the next pay-per-view. It could be on the next Dynamite. We don't know.
Only thing they missed
going to be.
And then Cedric re-upped his contract, didn't he?
Yeah, Cedric re-signed for some unknown reason why he decided to.
Money and security, I'm guessing.
Probably, but the downfall is you're still dealing with a bloated roster on AEW.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bloated roster.
Their booking of big meat men hasn't been the greatest in the last year or two.
They like the little guys. So I don't know. I hope.
But I think this will definitely encourage Tony Khan to do something more with his big meat slapping men once they bring in Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin.
Let's see Brian Cage in there. Let's see the Murder Hawk in there. Let's see some Moa Joe in there when he gets done with the clown stuff. Let's see.
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. Oh, bro, the fourth member, Keith Lee of the Hurt Syndicate. That would be a good replacement for Cedric. Keith Lee.
Very, very well could be.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, no. So that was definitely pretty surprising for seeing MVP walk out on Dynamite this past week and pretty much calling out Prince Nana for everything bad that has happened to Swerve the last few months.
I need to go back and watch. I didn't even realize that happened.
Huh?
I didn't even realize that happened, man. I need to get back on the Dynamite train. I always say it. What am I doing? What am I doing on Wednesday nights? That's got like, I don't know. I need to at least try to watch it the next day.
But I mean, and MVP brought up, Hangman burning down Swerve's childhood home, him losing the belt to Bryan Danielson at All In, him losing the lights out cage match to Hangman Page, all the bad few things that have happened to Swerve, he kind of threw back into Prince Nana's face saying, and this was the coldest line, he's like, well, when Swerve gets back and he wants a new sense of direction with management, give him my card and have him call me.
Do you think
it was just the line delivery that MVP gave to Prince Nana was just
Do you think Swerve would join the Hurt Syndicate? Do you think he would be a fourth member? I hope not. I don't see him with those guys. I don't. I like Swerve by himself.
Well, I mean, and plus, Prince Nana has been the only one that has stood by his side. When
through the Mongol,
when the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage dissented and put the beat down on Swerve, and
through the Mongol embassy and all that. I like Swerve alone. So I think he's good without a stable, just personally. But that's just my opinion. But I'm not saying he wouldn't fit good in the Hurt Syndicate. But then you'd have the clashing between him and Bobby Lashley. So I'd rather see them as opponents than see them working together. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, though. But Keith Lee, on the other hand, I like that you said. That's a good idea. That is a fair man. He ain't really been doing. He's been on Ring of Honor, I think, lately.
I don't even know.
That would be a good spot for him. But well, I'm interested to see. Maybe this Wednesday we might see the old Big Bobby and Shelton Benjamin coming out. Hurt Syndicate full effect.
Don't know. I'm thinking they may save it for pay-per-view.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I want to see.
Because I think everybody's anticipating on if and when Shane McMahon's going to debut in AEW.
So
I think a lot more people are focused on that.
I think that would be the best thing ever to Shane O'Mac, especially after watching the docuseries. I think that would be just poetic for him to end up on AEW. Especially at first I was kind of like, now I'm just like, oh yeah, that needs to happen. Now that I've seen the whole story, you see what I'm saying? But well, that's all we got for y'all tonight.
Yes, I believe that concludes episode Dub Deuce, them 22s.
Thank you guys. Call back to one of our episodes in the past, episode 17, if you guys have not checked it out. Great episode featuring Crazy McCormick. We go through a lot of stuff with the pretty much the whole lore of JCW. I want to call back to that episode real quick. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to check that out.
That definitely is a show an episode for Juggalos by some Juggalos. So
definitely check that out. Well, that's all we got for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, who watches, who interacts with us. Please keep it up. We love hearing from you. Share with your friends worldwide. Again, wrestling is for everybody, people. So let's continue to build this community and keep pushing forward. Keep on keeping on.
And tell that there's two big boys on here talking about it that would love their eyeballs and ears. So make sure you spread that around. Like, comment, subscribe. Take us out, SP.
West Side, 3 fingers for the East.
Always. South Side? No. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for SP. I am Dropkick Zombie. Good night, everybody.
We two loony guys catching eyes with a hype, talking pro wrestling, making all the fans unite. In the ring we swing like a rhyme making machine with moves so mean.